Good evening. Tonight, I am going to peel back the layers of a man who has become the poster boy of the Second Republic's development dreams. But Tempter Tungwarara has a story that reeks of something that is far more sinister. Tungwarara is apparently the Dubai dealmaker, presidential advisor, the borehole czar. But as the communities that he claims to serve are starting to whisper, Mr. Dodgy, very, very dodgy. Let me start with the myth that they want you to swallow. On paper, Tungwarara is a Zimbabwe success story, a Harare boy who did good, Dubai-based entrepreneur, chairman of Prevail International, chairman of Prevail Construction, Prevail Mining, Prevail Shipping, Prevail Boreholes, special investment advisor to the president. They say he is the man behind the presidential boreholes, the presidential internet, the presidential solar, even a $500 million city called Presidential Cyber City with some Dubai billionaire. He's on global wealth forums preaching Vision 2030, handing out cash to war veterans, telling rallies that God chose the president and anybody plotting against him is plotting against heaven itself. The man has a Wikipedia page that is thicker than most cabinet ministers' CVs. But here's where the shine starts to crack. Scratch that glossy surface and you will find angry creditors, disappearing police dockets, and communities asking how a man with this much smoke keeps on getting closer to State House. Let me take you to Ballantyne Park in Harare. A few years back, Indian businessman Raza Jishan wants land for a gaming headquarters. Tungwarara rolls up, flashing Prevail International board resolutions, promising the dream. Jishan pays 1.3 million for the land, another 550,000 for the offices, 99,000 for septic tanks, 150,000 for a gaming license, and work permits for 450 Indian workers. In total, he pays $2.3 million, then reality hits. That land never belonged to Prevail. It's owned by Hoptic Investments. Tungwarara allegedly shows up with armed men, locks Jishan out and takes the site. By all means, you can look it up. It's police case number AFU-DR, the 1st of July 2023. Then crickets, no arrests, no convictions, just a presidential advisor sleeping easy. Let's rewind to 2019. Another businessman, Joshua Chibisa, lends Tungwarara 350,000 for what else? State House construction tenders. Tungwarara pays 64,500 back to him and then he vanishes. Chibisa files a fraud case with CID commercial crimes. Later, he writes to the First Lady directly. The docket is gone. Poof. Gone. Now let's talk about the tenders. Prevail Boreholes wins the contract for 10,000 boreholes under the presidential borehole scheme. MPs dressing down in parliament. Shoddy work. Dry holes. Not a drop of water in some constituencies. Village business units promised. Nowhere to be found. But meanwhile, Paulo Construction builds the State House wall and tries to build Treasury $15 million US. A number so absurd, even Mthuli Ncube blinked. And now, cabinet hands Prevail a monopoly to rehabilitate every river trashed by alluvial diamond. Everyone else gets shut down. Prevail gets a license to print money, charging Chinese miners 10 to 15% royalties to keep digging. Environmental protection, they call it. State capture is what it is called. Buhera knows the real Tungwarara. Chiefs and villagers told reporters he's been duping people since time immemorial. Not a Dubai story. A small-time conman who hit the jackpot when he learned the right names to drop. He is on stage, cash in hand, preaching loyalty to Mnangagwa, while boreholes go dry and creditors go unpaid. This isn't just one man's story. It's a story of a system where $2.3 million of fraud can be complained about, but doesn't stop you from getting river monopolies, where MPs scream about shoddy work and you still get to go to Dubai wealth forums and speak on behalf of investors, where chiefs call you a con man and you steal the president's face of development. 9 lives, Zimbabwe. Tungwarara has 9 lives because the system rewards dodgy. It needs dodgy. Boreholes that don't work but by votes. Rivers handed to one man but branded as national salvation. Cash to war veterans with the 3rd term sermon on top. Zimbabwe deserves better than middlemen who pray in public and pickpocket in private. We deserve water that flows, not promises that evaporate. We deserve tenders that serve communities, not lined to buy bank accounts. And we deserve justice that doesn't just vanish when the president advisor is on the line. That's the story of Tempter Tungwarara, Dubai dreamer by day, dodgy dealer by night. And the real question isn't how he's got 9 lives, it's why our system keeps on giving him the 10th one. Until next time, head bow.